Hey everybody, welcome to the Gootz Cast. It's a new week. It's the 18th of May, 2020. I'm your host, Ray Gootz, and it's the Raw Post Show, and with me is Andrew Lee. Andrew, how you doing?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing all right. Hanging in there.
I gotta tell you, man, I can't believe they had this 3-hour fucking snooze fest, and not for 2 seconds could they be like, "Hey, prayers to Shad Gasper and his family." Like really, like you can't spare 2 fucking seconds of your awful, awful show tonight.
This was not live.
Yeah, but yeah, but you could still punch something in. You could have one of the
Yeah,
guys' voice.
yeah. Because whenever
You
it's
could
live,
have like Byron Saxon be like, "Oh, by the way, everybody, I just want to say during this match, prayers for Shad Gaspar's family. Hopefully, everything works out." I don't
well, this was pre-recorded, so maybe it was recorded way before the news came out.
know. Okay.
Is what I'm saying.
Well, you know what? Fuck Vincent then anyway. Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
yeah. It was Junior's fault. Junior is the one who
Junior's the
fucking
one
got
who
him
pushed him
killed.
in the water.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
All right, so you bring up a good point with that. All right, so let's start with the Raw recap. Andrew Lee, what do you got for me?
All right, we'll start off with Becky Lynch recap package that
This
was
was
about
already on
like
SmackDown.
this was like 5 minutes long. It was so long. I cannot.
I still like it.
Well, I don't. It's too long. It's too fucking long. It's
I
just
like
like you want to start to show off with a 5 minute video. I'm just like, it's too long, man.
Well, I
We got
enjoyed
Tom. We got Tom Phillips, Samoa Joe, and Byron Saxton. They're presenting Raw to us. We get Charlie Caruso in the ring. She brings out. She starts off by saying, "Oh, Ed Orton issued Edge a challenge, and if he takes it, some might say this is going to be the greatest wrestling match ever." I'm like,
I
yeah,
can't believe they're
it's
really
you.
going
You're
with
the one who
this.
said that. Nobody else.
Yeah,
Nobody else has
some
said that.
might say, who are these people?
Some might say Charlie Caruso needs to find a better profession.
Some might say this match is going to put me in a coma. I can't believe
Yeah.
Edge spent trained to come back to this bullshit.
Oh
Anyway.
my god. So Orton comes to the ring. It's going on and on. Edge's music hit. Edge comes in. They go on and on. They try to do work shoot promos about like, oh, you got handed over to you by your daddy. Blah, blah, blah. This started from 8:06 p.m. Eastern time, ended around 8:13 p.m. This is how fucking
It was
boring this
long
was.
and boring.
I had to check the time because I was like, how long is this stupid fucking thing? I couldn't believe it wasn't 10 minutes. I couldn't believe it wasn't 10 minutes.
Why did they need two segments? Why couldn't Edge last week just go, "Yeah, I'll wrestle you. See you later"? Like,
yeah. So Edge ultimately.
Why
says
is Randy Orton so confident? He got beaten to death by Edge a month ago.
Oh my gosh. Here's another thing too. So they're building this like they were like, this is going to be your straightforward wrestling match, and Orton's like, yeah, why not? This is called WWE World Wrestling Entertainment. It should be wrestling. I'm like, so wait, if you're telling me you guys are gonna have a straightforward wrestling match, what the hell have you been watching for the past few weeks? Those are not wrestling matches? I
love that that's the gimmick. We're gonna have a wrestling match. That's all you have are wrestling matches.
I don't understand. Yeah, I don't understand what this is. I don't know why it took 7 minutes for Edge to say, yes, I'll fight you at Backlash in a straightforward wrestling match. But that's what's happening. They do a recap of Rey Mysterio, and then they show about what happened last week with his fucking eye. And then Seth Rollins and Murphy are backstage, and Seth's like, I got a revelation. They come back from commercial break, and it is Seth Rollins and Murphy, and Seth Rollins gives like a boring 1-minute promo on Rey. And then it's interrupted by Humberto Carrillo, who comes out. By the way, both Buddy Murphy and Humberto have new gear. Buddy Murphy has like the Seth Rollins stained glass gear, and Humberto's wearing this El Matador gear, which is green and the purple. I like this Mexican flag gear. Remember when he was dressed like the Mexican flag?
Yeah.
I like that. I don't know why he changed it up. Humberto gives. Basically, he's in love with Rey Mysterio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How dare you do this to my boyfriend? Yeah.
He is my idol. And then, so Murphy and Humberto have a match. This is the first match of the night. This is not a bad match. It's pretty good. It's decent. And then Humberto gets distracted for no real apparent reason. He just gets like Seth Rollins
Because he
does
had
nothing.
to. Just because he has to.
Yeah,
Because it calls for it.
Seth is legit just standing there, just looking at him. He gets distracted. He gets hit with the Murphy's Law, and Murphy wins. Afterwards, Murphy beats up Humberto some more, so Aleister Black comes in and attacks him because, believe it or not, Murphy's having 2 matches tonight. Later on tonight, he's going to have a match against Aleister Black. What did you think about this whole Edge, Seth Rollins, Murphy, Humberto?
Well, we talked about Edge and Randy Orton bullshit. We already talked about, but this promo of Seth Rollins, same bullshit. Last week I thought, the character, nope, same boring fucking promo, same Rey Mysterio, same bullshit from that idiot. Then Humberto comes out, can barely speak English, and they have a match. The match was fine. The Aleister Black thing was good. It was expected, but man, the Seth Rollins character just does not. He's just horrible. Another long, boring promo. You said it was only a minute. It felt way longer than that.
Let me ask you a question, because something wasn't explained to me. So last week he was like comatose, right?
Yeah.
So what happened?
They don't know. They just have dropped it.
So
they
now
just dropped it.
Now he's.
We all had this theory that he was upset that his wife got pregnant, or he was nervous about being a father, or he's just no.
His hair's disheveled. He's just.
They just dropped it. He's
not speaking.
And he said, "Rey Mysterio, I'm sorry." And they just dropped all that, and he's just doing the same bullshit he did a week.
He's in a suit. His hair's done nice. He's just like straight to being Messiah. Like, I don't know what happened. Nothing
evolved.
I thought I missed it.
You know what I've noticed? WWE, like when WWE is a good pay-per-view and a good Raw, rather than have the momentum, they just give up on the next Raw. They're just like, okay, we had 2 good shows in a row. Because last week, and more or less last week was good because of Becky Lynch. Mm-hmm. But even last week we were praising the Seth Rollins thing, and now they just abandon it. They're like, well, this is too much work to put into this.
This is what happens with Raw. It's like every time they do something good, they will just fucking erase it all.
Yeah,
like they'll take 2 steps back. It's like every fucking time.
It's like it's like, then why even have Seth? I don't even like. You had no good direction. You could have kept going with it, and you just.
It's like they change writers every week. So it's like, hey, what did this last guy do? Sure, whatever. This is what I want to do, and they just change up everything. Anyway,
it was. I like the Aleister Black and Humberto match. I like the Aleister running in, but other than that, I'm just saying bullshit fucking promo. We're gonna hear this. Yeah. This guy's never losing a job. He's never gonna fire him. He's never gonna get COVID. We're gonna have to hear this fucking. I guarantee you, the whole company can die. Seth Rollins will still come into work. We're gonna have to hear this fucking promo for the rest of our goddamn fucking lives. I can't wait for comedy to reopen so I can stop doing these reviews. Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. So what do you call it? Baron Corbin is at Raw. He does like a stupid backstage promo.
Oh, this was awful.
How he's a king and he's like, there's smudges on my crown. Nobody's bowing down to me. What's going on here? And then
that was the worst fucking promo on the planet.
Not the worst, but it was pretty bad.
You know why it was bad? Because he's pretending that Raw's in a different building than SmackDown.
Yeah. And
we all know that they haven't left that building in over 2 months. This Performance Center. They just
they say the Performance Center, and later on the night you will see like giant NXT signs, right?
Yeah.
And backstage area. So it's
but like he's pretending he's in a whole different other part of the world than he usually is on Fridays.
Do you know that they had 8 matches tonight? They had 8 matches and they had a whole bunch of like stupid promos. I don't know how they fit it all in 3 hours. I just don't know how they did this.
Well, by not mentioning the fact that one of their old coworkers
jam-packed
might
3
be
hours of just garbage. After this garbage promo, there was another slightly less garbage promo, but still a garbage promo. It was Liv Morgan's promo about her mom.
Oh, this was also just.
She was like, you know what I learned? I learned that I'm my mother's daughter. You know what I learned? That Liv Morgan cannot do promos.
You know what it is with WWE or Raw? This is like this is like you're going the road with a comic, and the comic has these two amazing sets. You're like, wow, this guy's getting really good. Then you do a third row gig, and the comic can barely speak English. That's like the progress of like this Raw. Like it's like, wait a minute, you just like Liv Morgan has been having great matches. She's really winning people over. And then they just have her mumble into the camera about her mom. And it's just like, come
Yeah.
on.
So basically, Liv Morgan had a match with Charlotte last week. She lost a match,
No,
but it was a competitive match.
2 weeks ago.
Yeah, or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And this was basically a promo to kind of be like, yeah, even though she lost, she's like determined. But like, I mean, I learned nothing from this. I learned nothing from this.
I learned that she likes her mom. Just
Yeah.
You actually like your mother? Wow, this is a
Yeah.
whole new what a great character.
Yeah, she was basically talking about how like, oh, Charlotte, I'm gonna get that championship belt again. One thing I did like about that, it was a nice segue to Charlotte, because Charlotte came out next, and she cut another promo as well.
Oh,
This was a heel promo.
the same fucking promo from Friday. And she even goes like, I'm not going to cut the same promo that I always do. And then she proceeds to cut the same promo she always does.
By the way, this show had a lot of repeats from things you saw a couple of weeks ago. Okay, this is just one of them. Dude, she cuts this promo every week on Raw. She cut it on SmackDown. She cut it tonight. I guarantee you, she's gonna waddle out on fucking NXT and cut the same. I'm the best. Go away. The only
Can she
difference
just be on one show?
Yeah. The only difference was at the end of this, she calls out Ruby Riott. Ruby Riott comes out with green hair. This might be a problem later on, but she comes out with neon green hair. Charlotte and Ruby Riott in a match. It's not a bad match. This match was okay. Charlotte wins with the figure 8. What did you think?
The match was okay. I'm just so sick of Charlotte coming out and cutting the same fucking promo. There's just no character development. I just feel like they don't want to give her any storylines on Raw because they have a storyline for her on NXT, but they also put her on SmackDown with a story. Like, it's just too much Charlotte. She's not that interesting. She has good matches. I'd be all for her having, just going right to her match. There's no reason for her to talk. There was no reason. Just go into the fucking match.
One thing, Charlotte she's very good in the ring, and her versus Ruby Riott was fine. It's not a bad match,
No, well, not a bad match, but there's just no reason for her. I know why they had to cut the promo, because they're like, oh, we'll get people to watch SmackDown. I'll tell you, that promo will get people to not watch SmackDown, because they'll be like, oh my God, that promo was so boring, I don't want to watch SmackDown.
By the way, so people are wondering, SmackDown this week, it's going to be Charlotte versus Bayley, NXT champion, Charlotte, versus SmackDown Women's Champion, Bayley. So that's what they're kind of building towards.
I know, but I'm tired of the same fucking promo. I
don't know if that's going to draw people, but whatever. No, that's what it is.
Drawing anybody. People are going to.
We have Lashley getting interviewed in the back. MVP comes in, interrupts the interview, and he starts laying down some truth to Lashley. Man, when was the last time you had a championship match? 13
Same thing you
years.
said a week ago, yeah.
Yeah, you go 13 years you haven't had a championship match. But I get it. You don't need a trophy because you got a trophy wife. And he's just like really going in it. But I like this. Basically, he was like, yeah, maybe I'll see it later tonight. I don't know. You're going after jokes, but we'll see. I like this. What'd you think?
I liked it. And I really liked the chemistry between Bobby Lashley and MVP.
Yeah. Bobby, MVP is becoming like this pretty good, like managerial kind of
promo
position.
guy. Yeah,
he's
doing a really good job, and he's becoming like almost like a better Paul Heyman. But I really liked him with Bobby Lashley.
I really liked MVP in this role. That was the first hour of Raw. At 9:00,
I was already ready to write this show off. I was like,
beginning of the second hour, when you should be starting off something great, people tuning in, we get a recap of the Viking Raiders and Street Profits basketball challenge.
We need to be reminded of this bullshit.
They recapped almost the entire thing. It was like a good couple of minutes. And then they're going to have an axe throwing competition. And they get on set. They're not on set. They go to location, somewhere in the wood, somewhere out in the open field. The Street Profits come meet the Viking Raiders in what appears to be like a gathering of LARPers, live action role playing people. Yeah, people dressed up in Viking costumes. Nobody wearing a mask.
Nobody
I mean,
wearing a mask.
by the way, we're
Nobody
talking
social
like,
distancing.
we're talking at least, not including the superstars, not including Street Profits, not including Viking Raiders. We're probably saying, I'm thinking at least minimum 10 extras just hanging around with these guys, right?
Mm-hmm.
10. I hope were all these extras tested? I have no idea, but we have at least 10 of them, all close together.
You know what annoys me about this segment is that this is a horrible segment. They know it's a horrible segment. And this is a really dangerous time for these people to be out without masks. And yet they hired all these actors who probably desperately need money to do this dumb fucking sketch and they put everyone at risk. And they just did this. Nobody watches Raw for an axe tossing contest. Nobody has ever asked. I wish Hulk Hogan and King Kong Bundy could throw axes. And of all the times in the almost 30-year history of this goddamn miserable fucking program, to have an axe throwing contest outside, and all this did was make all four guys look worse. Four guys look like the pits out of these segments. Of all the times, they do it during a fucking pandemic.
You know what the worst part is? This
not even entertaining.
This segment happens so much throughout the show.
Oh yeah, they keep going back to it.
Oh my god, it's awful. I officially don't like the Viking Raiders anymore.
I think it's over for them.
Dude, I used to love this tag team. Dude, when
I saw the New Japan, I was like, these guys are monsters.
First time I saw these guys was in an ROH, like, those weekly shows, and I was like, what the fuck? Who are these fucking monsters? It's like a War Machine. Then I see them on New Japan because, the working relationship, and I'm like, these guys are killing it. And then I was like, there's no way these guys will ever get signed or whatever. They get signed, and then they start killing it in NXT. And they're using the same names like Hanson and Raymond Rollins. Like, yeah, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be good. Oh man, this was like less than 2 years ago. That was less than 2 years ago. Like this. Oh man.
But both teams, they're killing all four guys. They make all four guys look like idiots.
Yeah, everybody looks like idiots.
It's horrendous, and it's just the height of arrogance to be filming these sketches that aren't even good. Now, I mean, it's even offensive if they were good sketches to put these people at risk. But they're putting everyone at risk to do sketches that aren't even good.
Yeah, and they're kind of racist.
Yeah.
The sketches are kind of racist,
They're just shitting on black people. And, like, the other thing that bothers me is, like, Street Profits are basically a Crime Time ripoff. Let's call it like it is.
Yeah,
they're a ripoff of Crime. They're the same fucking gimmick, except Street Profits are probably better wrestlers. I'm sorry, Shad. I know you died for your son, but Street Profits are better wrestlers. But
just to be out there, our thoughts go out to Shad Gasper's
family. I feel really bad. It's a
really awful story.
Yeah.
He, like, if it sounds like it's gonna be the worst case scenario where he might have passed away.
Unless he got saved by Aquaman.
That's very sad. Yeah, I feel really bad that happened.
No, I feel really bad too. No, I'm not. Yeah. It's not that I don't feel bad, but this is what piss me off. Is like same day that this goes down, you have this Crime Time ripoff, because that's all these guys are, is a Crime Time ripoff, like a louder, more obnoxious Crime Time, and you're just shitting on black people on the day this fucking guy goes missing, and it's just so tone deaf. I realized all these humor segments are just to appease Vince McMahon. That's all this is. You're just running to him, and this is stuff that's
which shows you that Junior is also a racist.
Have you ever noticed like how like weird the WWE sense of humor is when they try to be like funny? Like how strange it is. Like it's almost like they're from another planet when they try to be funny. Every now and then
their humor. I don't think their humor is strange. I think their humor is super, super lowbrow. It's like,
but really lowbrow. Like you could,
like really, that's what I meant. Super like.
But there's like strange things that they think are funny. Like the only time WWE's been legit funny has been like Santino Marella can make some lines work in The Rock, and I feel like The Rock was just basically going on suggestions from Russo and the other people. I don't think they ever handed him a script.
I think, and those are not even like WWE writers. Those are just like the wrestlers, the superstars coming up with things on the fly. That's what made them funny.
Yeah, but The Rock Like
Yeah, go
Macho
ahead.
Man was funny, but the Macho Man wasn't trying to like, oh, I'm really gonna have everybody on the floor with this. Macho Man was just
Yeah.
Macho Man. But The Rock was trying to be funny, and he would succeed.
Oh yeah, like when
Yeah.
he would do the Chinese accent. Oh,
Mhm.
that was awesome. Super funny when The Rock used to do that. Oh man, that's how you make racism funny. By the
Oh yeah, The Rock. The
way,
Rock. The Rock can be
everyone
funny.
forgets that he did that. I was like, what the? Come on, Rock.
He's a
Fuck.
great man.
I bet you, he totally regrets doing that.
Well, no one's his. Well, if he ever runs for president, they'll probably. At this point, at this point, you can murder small children. You could probably still be the president if you have the right.
Speaking of Chinese accents, we got Kyrie Sane and Asuka in the ring.
This saved the show.
This
was the best shit. These two.
You know what should have started off the 9 o'clock hour?
What?
This segment.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you something? The best promo. They had like 9 promos at this point. The best promo was a woman who could barely speak English.
Yes. So Kyrie Sane's in the ring.
Mm.
There's balloons and everything, and she's all dolled up in her gear, and she's like calls out, "Oh, celebration for Asuka." Asuka comes out with her championship belt, and then Kyrie Sane basically starts listing off all of Asuka's accomplishments. They show even the pictures of her NXT championship, SmackDown champion, tag team champion, and Raw champion, and then she calls her a Grand Slam champion. Asuka starts dancing, doing her piano keys dance. It's so funny that you can hear the commentators laughing. Somebody was laughing. You could hear it. And then Kyrie Sane takes out a flute.
Yeah, I know. They were really funny, these two.
Starts playing a flute. It was just, this looked like it's the funniest thing because it's just like, this is so random.
Yeah.
And then Nia Jax comes out.
She ruined it.
You know what? This was good though, because
it was good for her.
Nia Jax is supposed to be healed. You really hated her for ruining this. Mm-hmm. This is great. She comes out. I love this whole segment. She comes out and she starts to try to talk trash a little bit. Kyrie takes a step forward and Nia Jax goes, "Chill, bro." And then Asuka just beats the crap out of her.
Yeah, that was funny.
At the ring. And Asuka has to, tuck tail and go.
Nia Jax tuck tails.
Nia Jax had to tuck tail and go. This was perfect because it makes Asuka look like a dominant champion, right?
Mm-hmm.
You hate Nia Jax more, and this gives Nia Jax, as a heel, should be doing devious things to get back at her,
Yeah.
And this was so funny. I thought it was great. This whole segment, this almost excused the entire first hour. It
was good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say that it was fucking great. They were so funny together. Asuka's great. Asuka's the best promo. Everyone else is just mumbling and putting me in a coma, and Asuka fucking delivered. She's the MVP right now of the quarantine.
Yeah, Kyrie Sane was really excellent too. Let's not count her out. She was great. Women killed it on that one. What didn't kill was Baron Corbin's second promo for a night. But in this case, while he's talking about Drew McIntyre's watching this promo on the TV screen. So, Drew's watching Corbin talk shit about him for their match tonight.
Horrible promo. I don't know why we need 2 Corbin promos.
Well, I don't know why we do. Yeah, that's just 2 is too many. 2 is 4 too many. I should say something like that. Third match of the night, we have R-Truth is going to be going up against Lashley. We talked about how Charlotte's promo was just like the same promo from just a couple of days ago. Mm-hmm. This match is from Money in the Bank. This is just from 2 Sundays? That's 2 weeks ago. This is not. It's just same fucking match again. R-Truth gives a promo where he talks about John Cena, his childhood hero. He goes, "I want my baby back," and he challenges Tom Brady. I thought he was gonna say his old catchphrase of "You gonna get got," but he didn't do it, which I wish he had done it. Bobby Lashley comes out. This part was really funny to me. Truth, when the match starts, Truth stops Lashley and he goes, "You gonna debone me? You gonna debone me?" And Samoa Joe's like, "One must not debone." And I was like, "What the fuck is debone?" I looked it up, and I
Mhm.
sent you what the
Oh,
definition
that's what you
was.
sent me.
Yeah,
Okay.
because I didn't know what Debo means. I could not believe. I was like, I can't believe Arch.
So
It's really
he finished. She got her lower back.
deboning is basically when you're having sex with somebody,
Mhm.
doggy style, and then you ejaculate on her back, and then you take it in your hands, and then you slap her in the face with it. I
Oh my
can't
god.
believe, I can't believe our truth said this on Raw.
Oh my god.
We get an appearance by Pretty Ricky. Lashley he did that post slam again that he did to, I believe it was Humberto Carrillo, was it? On when he did it to somebody, maybe it was R-Truth. The post slam into one of the posts for rings.
I think that
It
was
looked
R-Truth. He's been beating the shit out of R-Truth for a while
yeah,
now.
it looked devastating. And then
Mhm.
he hit him with a full Nelson slam, and then he put him in a full Nelson, and R-Truth tapped out. Basically, that's his new finisher, I guess, the full
Yeah.
Nelson. MVP comes out, I guess, to kind of like show that they're together. They show a backstage scene of Lana losing it, throwing shit because she hates
Mhm.
MVP. What'd you think?
Yeah, I like this. R-Truth was funny. Bobby Lashley's looking like a beast.
Excuse
Sorry,
me.
bless you. Watch your
Thank you.
Corona.
Yeah.
It was fucking great. I really enjoyed this. I really like R-Truth. I really like MVP. I think they should just fire Lana. I think they should just fire her. Get rid of her.
Yeah.
Write her out. It's done. It's not going to work. I like MVP and Bobby Lashley are money, and they
Yeah.
need to just get rid of this. She's done. I'm done with her. Get her the fuck out. Let her go to
Yeah.
AEW.
You know what? You're right. MVP and Lashley, they're really good together. It's
Yeah,
just
they're
like
really good.
it's like it fits like a glove. Yeah.
Hmm.
You had Asuka and Kairi Sane being happy in the back. They decide to like go separate ways, and there's Nia Jax in the background doing her Dexter Loomis, just hanging
Yeah,
out and just
she's like just
watching them.
watching them. Yeah.
Yeah. We have our fourth match of the night. Speaking of, which is a repeat from last week again, another rematch. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross against the Iconics, but this time for the tag team titles. Iconics lost last week. So, no, Iconics won last week, which is probably why they're getting a rematch now.
Hmm.
This is, what happened in this match is Byron Saxton, Joe starts spewing like facts about the Iconics, and Byron Saxton goes, "Since when did you become such a fan of the Iconics, Joe?" And Joe goes, "Since when did you talk so much, Byron?" And like, I just love the chemistry between Samoa Joe and Byron Saxton. Samoa Joe
Yeah.
has really elevated Byron Saxton.
Hmm.
This is just a basic match. Nothing. I will say one thing though. Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, they're pretty good in the ring compared to
Yeah.
Iconics. They're really good.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Alexa Bliss hits her Twisted Bliss, that like twisting body splash from the top rope onto Billie Kay. But right when she goes for the cover, Peyton Royce grabs her and throws her shoulder first into the ring post 3 times, which causes a DQ, and
Hmm.
the Iconics lose. Um, what did you think about this?
It was an average match. I did like the intensity that Peyton Royce showed at the end, but I will
Mm-hmm.
bring up something I thought was very interesting. So right before the match, they do a flashback, like a flash. They do like a little like a recap,
Mm-hmm.
and they show Bliss and Nikki Cross winning the belts, but not at WrestleMania, winning the belts back when they were crowds. And later on, when they do the promo for SmackDown, all the shots are of Sheamus, Jeff Hardy, AJ, and Nakamura when they're crowds, right? I think that they are going to bury this era so hard when it's over, and they're already doing it. Like, why would you not show highlights of Bliss and Nikki Cross winning the belts at Mania? They're trying hard to make people think that there's still crowds on the show. They're falsely advertising it because they don't want people. They don't like how it looks. They're not happy with it the way it looks.
Wait, who did
They
Alexa
beat the
Bliss and
Iconics. They beat the Iconics for the belts in the summer.
at WrestleMania?
No, at WrestleMania they beat Asuka and Kairi Sane. But why would you not show that highlight before? Why are you showing the highlight where there's crowds?
Yeah, I guess because it
Because
aesthetically
and the
looks
same
better.
thing, like you're showing like you're like I think SmackDown's gonna have, and they show Bailey, Charlotte, but it's all footage of when there was crowds. There's no footage of last week. I think they're trying to. I think they don't want to advertise the fact that there's nobody there. So they just, when they show highlights, they'll show highlights from the old days.
Probably true. Yeah. Probably true.
I thought that was interesting, but other than that, the match was just okay. It was fine.
Yeah. I really like Alexa Bliss's finishing move, the Twisted Bliss.
I like Alexa Bliss. I want to have sex with her.
It's a beautiful looking finisher.
Yeah.
Check it out. If you guys don't know what that looks like, Google that or something. Twisted Bliss by Alexa Bliss. They show Kairi Sane playing with her flute backstage.
That was funny.
And Nia Jax attacks her.
I just love the fact that she's just sitting with her flute.
Yeah, playing with her flute, and then she gets attacked. Iconics, they show the Iconics now arguing because Peyton Royce cost them match. Billie Kay gets so upset she slaps Peyton Royce, and then they both cry. And I was thinking, how can she slap? She slapped her acting partner. Then they show a Taker clip, and then they show Kairi Sane getting looked at by a trainer because she got knocked out really hard, and Asuka comes in. Asuka's like, speaking Japanese. And then Kairi Sane whispers, Naya. And then Asuka just starts losing her mind, like,
screaming. Yeah, it was really funny.
They go away. Can they come back from commercial break? Asuka confronts, she hunts down Nia Jax, starts shouting gibberish. Nia just looks at her and then just walks past her. So Asuka grabs her by the hair and throws her down past the NXT sign and just, beats her up a little bit. What did you think about all these segments, from the flute playing, tag, and the Iconics backstage?
I liked all the Asuka stuff. It was great. The Iconics was whatever, but the Asuka stuff was great.
Do you think they're trying to build towards an Iconics breakup?
I hope not, because those two need each other very badly.
They need each other. They're not that good.
They are going to wind up I don't mean to shit on this guy because he just probably died. But they're going to wind up like Crime Time and Enzo and Big Cass if they break up. They need each other. It's not time yet. Let them grow together.
But it looks like that's what they're going to, because she slapped her, and, I don't know what,
Well, then they should just fire them and get it over with.
Yeah, we'll see. So, match number 5, another rematch. This is from last week again. Shayna Baszler versus Natalya, this time, though, in a submission match. And here's the thing, though. I know we've had a lot of rematches, but I really like this one.
No, this was the best match on the show.
This was great.
This was the best match.
So this is a submission match, but what was kind of stupid about this is that there's no rope breaks. I don't recall submission matches never having rope breaks. That makes no sense. But supposedly in this one, there's no rope breaks. Shayna Baszler is my second favorite female wrestler right now.
Yeah,
she is so good. She's so good, and she talks so much trash in the ring, and it's so funny. Some of the stuff she was saying, she goes to Natalya, and she shoulder blocks her. Natalya falls down, and then Shayna goes, "Take a good look," pointing up to the ceiling. "Take a good look. That's what you're going to be staring at when you wake up." Right? Yeah, it's so funny. And then she starts going like, "Your fancy heart crap don't work on me." To Natalya.
Yeah.
This is a good match, good back and forth. They're obviously trying to put on submission holds because of submission match. Shayna Baszler wins with the Kirifuda clutch, which is it's kind of like a rear naked choke with a body scissor. Good stuff. Afterwards, Natalya is really, really pissed she lost again. They're trying to set up the ring for the Kevin Owens show because he's back this week, and she basically ruins the set. What'd you think about this whole thing?
I liked it. I didn't like the announcers being upset that Natalya was throwing posters "Oh, you're better than this." What are you talking? She's not even. It's not like she's beating anyone up. I liked it. I liked the match. That was the best match of the night. I liked Natalya getting pissed at the end. It was good. I just didn't like the announcers' reaction to Natalya. That was kind of stupid. Samoa Joe will be like, "There's no excuse to throw a tripod." I don't know.
Yeah.
They acted like she drop kicked the baby or something.
Yeah. They're really building up Shayna Baszler.
Good.
She's fantastic, man. She's probably one of the best things in the show. They show Selena Vega's crew. They're all fighting again, and they're going to be the guests in the Kevin Owens show. And Kevin Owens first goes, yeah, I haven't been seen since WrestleMania. Trying to get my WrestleMania moment. Unfortunately, I got injured, but now I'm back completely healthy. And Selena Vega's crew shows up, and Selena Vega and Kevin Owens have a nice back and forth. I really like
Mhm.
that. And Kevin Owens goes, the reason why I'm not in the ring is because you're not the only ones that I'm bringing to the show tonight. And then we get the return of Apollo Crews.
Finally, finally, he's back
Yeah,
from his life-ending injury.
this devastating injury that lasted
That
3
was
weeks.
fake. Yeah.
Yeah. I think once they put him in the Money in the Bank, they were like, we need someone more charismatic to draw, and they just kicked him out. I think that's
Yeah,
what
because
happened.
AJ had a lot of fun moments. So
Yeah. And then you had this led into tag team. Basically, Apollo Crews attacks everybody. Here's the thing that doesn't make any sense. So Apollo Crews attacks Selena Vega's crew, and Kevin Owens kind of joins in. And then it's going to lead to a tag team match because Apollo Crews is mad at Selena Vega's crew, right? They were like, oh, he's back from injury. And they didn't injure him.
I know he just got injured by
He
himself.
injured himself. He injured himself, and when he got injured and they had to stop the match, they did not lay hands on him. They showed sportsmanship. So I don't know why he's so mad. I don't know why he's so mad at
Because
them.
he's an idiot.
Oh, he's an
a
idiot.
crying little bitch.
Oh, he's an idiot. He came off. Oh man. So it leads to a tag team match: Apollo Crews, Kevin Owens versus Angel Garza and Andrade. Now, decent match. There is a point where Theory gets up on the ring apron and he goes to hit, I believe, Apollo Crews, and basically he misfires. He hits Angel Garza in the face. Angel Garza does the toss power bomb, and Crews and Kevin Owens wins. Afterwards, Selena Vega, Angel Garza, and Andrade beat the crap out of Austin Theory, essentially kicking the white boy out of the group.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
basically what happens.
they beat the shit out of him.
Yeah. Did you like this?
I didn't like the match that much. I really liked the post angle. I thought when they beating up, they were gonna send this guy back to NXT. I didn't realize
What's going to happen later, right?
yeah, I thought they were sending this idiot back to NXT. But I liked it. I thought it was very good. What's my whole point I'm trying to make to you?
So
I liked the beatdown. I could care less about the match. The match was like whatever.
So when we started doing this podcast,
Yes.
that this group was like the money group. We were like, this group is so good, But now Theory's out. So what's gonna happen? Just like basically Angel Garza, Andrade, and Selena Vega. Andrade has the U.S. title. So what is Garza gonna get? He's just gonna.
I think they're just gonna be a tag team now.
That means. Okay, that's probably gonna happen. Yeah, that's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, and now what's his name's with Seth Rollins. So
yeah, they're probably gonna give this group like a Latino stable name now. Now that they got
you
the
could
white
always
guy
have
out.
Humberto Carrillo join them too.
Yeah, he needs it. He has nothing. He has nothing else. Then we have a Drew McIntyre interview. Short and simple. Drew McIntyre gives good interviews. Short and simple.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
he basically ends it with, I have a Claymore fit for a king, which I like. That's a good line.
Mm-hmm.
And then we get an axe throwing segment.
Okay, yeah, bullshit, horrible.
Dude.
Horrible.
So last week.
Last hour.
Last week they had a basketball competition, and because Street Profits are black, they're really good at basketball, but
they're really bad at extra.
Viking Raiders are really bad at basketball. Now it's axe throwing, so the tables have switched. Mm-hmm. So now the Viking Raiders are really good at throwing axes, but Street Profits, because they're from the hood, they don't know what they're doing. And there's this point where Montez Ford is like, let me get my Tiger Woods on. And Ivor goes, there's a tiger here? I was like, why are you such an idiot, dude? Like, why are you such an idiot?
Fucking kill me. This segment was awful. I mean, and they kept, all right, just keep moving on. It
was awful. We go to match number 7, Aleister Black versus Buddy Murphy. This is like a nothing match. Nothing really happens too much.
Well, the most interesting thing was Austin Theory and Seth Rollins. I did not expect that.
Me neither.
I'll give them credit. I like that.
Yeah. Nothing match meaning there was nothing happening in the match between between Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy. What happens is Seth Rollins is there and he notices Austin Theory still down on the floor from the beatdown. And he gets Austin Theory to go in and cause a DQ. And basically Austin Theory and Buddy Murphy both beat the crap out of Aleister Black. And then afterwards, Seth Rollins embraces Theory while Murphy looks on like, a little bit of jealousy. I like this. I mean, they're building a stable.
I like the fact that they're rebuilding because AOP's injured, so I like the fact that they're rebuilding. And I think Austin Theory is gonna do better with Buddy and Seth than he did with those other two guys.
Wait, so, AOP's injured?
Yeah, that's why they're not around.
Oh, he should get the Indian AOP in that group. That's what they need, the Indian AOP.
We got Austin Smeary.
Yeah. We get a nice video package of Bianca Belair. Is she out with injury? Why is she gone?
Just because she's black and they can only have
so many black people on the show. Speaking of black, we had another axe throwing segment.
Oh God! This time the cops showed up, right?
This is awful. Oh my gosh!
All right, stop. We already know it's awful.
Yeah, Joe and Byron, by the way, are really good together. Like, you can hear some of this commentary they were saying about this was really funny. The cops, so basically, the Street Profits are throwing axes and it's going all over the place. It hits a cop car comes, and it's got an and I thinking this is what I was thinking. I was like, oh, because nobody is social distancing, so they're all in trouble. No, there's an axe stuck to the windshield, and the cop gets out and he goes, "Who did this? There's only one way to find out. You guys all got to throw some axes." I was like, this is the worst fucking cop. He's not handing out masks. Like, he's not mad about
this country is so fucked.
This is so fucking stupid. Oh, you know what else is stupid? The very next segment, which is an Apollo Crews promo.
Same promo we cut like 4 weeks ago.
This was a promo, from that week where he left us.
Yeah.
He's being smug again, super smug. He's got a match next week against Andrade for the title. Dude, I'm like, this is exactly why you look like an idiot last time because of this, and he's gonna look like it's dumb.
I don't know. I think they've already given up on this guy. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah. Then we have Drew McIntyre come to the ring for the 8th and final match of the night. Mm-hmm. Corbin comes to the ring.
But then they cut to the acting segment one more time.
Yeah.
In the middle of Drew's entrance.
They go to cut commercial, they come back, they show one final axe throwing segment where the cops line up all the suspects, and one of the cops is a female cop. Mm-hmm. And she's a little portly, and she goes, "I'm letting you guys go because this one's cute," and she points to Ivar,
the fat one.
She goes, "But this one's ugly," to Raymond Rowe. And I was like, what was the point of all of this? And there was nothing. Everybody looked like idiots. The cops, the fucking people doing the LARP. This was stupid.
It was horrible. It was horrible. The cop thing, it was just, I know we've gone on about how horrible it is. I can't stress enough how bad this fucking, and next week, I know they're going to do it again. They're going to do more of this bullshit again next week.
Yeah. They might have a good week next week because that's
no. These fucking Viking War assholes are over. It's over for you. Your career's over. Let's go.
It's over. Bobby Lashley and MVP come out because they're scoping out the talent, and Drew McIntyre and Corbin first time meeting in a match. This was actually not a bad match.
This was actually a really good match.
The longer it went on, the more I got into it.
Yeah. Drew. Yeah. It's not the last. They had a long because Baron Corbin had a long match on Friday, and I was ready to kill myself. But Drew McIntyre just knows what to do.
Yeah,
he delivered.
Yeah, Baron Corbin didn't do get all his shit in either. He didn't do that thing where he gets out the ring, comes back in, or anything. No. It's just two big guys going at it. Drew hits a very sick looking Claymore, sick looking Claymore. It truly was Claymore fit for a king. He wins, and then he's, that's the whole show.
And then now it's pretty evident it's going to be Bobby Lashley and him at Backlash, which I think will be a very good match.
I think Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre would be very good because it's too big. Drew McIntyre is a big dude.
Mhm.
You need like some people who are physically imposing, and that's what Lashley is. And
Yeah.
I think when you put MVP in his corner, it just like looks better and everything. And this was not a good Raw.
No.
No,
Had some good moments, but
it
overall
had
was not a good Raw.
a few like tablespoons of good
Asuka,
moments.
Natalia, and Drew.
Yeah, and the
The Axel segment though,
I'll give the Austin Theory thing a little bit. That was all right.
that was kind of cool. We'll see where it goes because I don't know.
Yeah,
Next week, Seth Rollins could
it
promo.
was nice seeing Kevin Owens back, but majority of
Yeah, it was just another episode of Raw. I don't know.
skip it. Don't watch it, guys. Just listen to this. You save yourself. You could save yourself 2 hours by spending an hour listening to this instead of wasting 3 hours watching the whole show. Right?
I hated it. I hate it tonight. Okay, so that's our podcast today. Tomorrow we'll be back with the first episode of NWA, Carnival Land, Carnyland, whatever abortion that's going to be.
Oh, I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, and Impact, and AEW Dark. Although I'm probably not going to watch that. All right, guys, we will talk to you tomorrow for the Impact post show. Thanks for listening.